Albert's quite crazy. You know, he's 66 years old and he's got more energy than I possibly will ever have, even at the age of 26. He's vibrant and bouncy and passionate. That being said, he encouraged me to be focused because he's got this huge personality, huge passion for music. I'm the one to be quite focused, which is good for me, you know. I like being focused. I like to be given that opportunity. So he kind of brought out quite a conservative, thoughtful side of me. I remember some nights at 3 a.m. he'd be dancing, you know, and I needed him to like record a guitar part or something, and he would be dancing and I'd have to say, Albert, focus, stop dancing. So, yeah, he definitely infused it with life. As crazy as that sounds, because he's 40 years older than me, but he's got such a youthfulness that you can't really pinpoint. I could be very careful how I go about this because I want to create the illusion that this is very effortless for me. I want to create the illusion that I wake up in the morning, get out of bed, go and sing the song, and then I go and live my life. But I don't know if I can lie to you, so I won't. And yes, I am very hands-on. I am a little bit, possibly too much in many ways. But, you know, like we were talking about, I have Albert who ensures that I don't go too far or throw the baby out with the bathwater, as they say. And so I think I only ever really protect it because I'm frightened of someone spoiling it. I'm frightened of interference, and I like to trust my own instincts on things. I like to form my own opinion of things. You know, you won't ever find me playing my CD to my mum and saying, "What do you think? What do you think?" Not even a friend or a colleague or anyone. As the door is locked and you will not get in. I worked with The Roots, Philadelphia / America's finest hip-hop group in history. I did that again because I'm so influenced by American music. I needed to progress. I heard a great quote once that without struggle there is no progress. So for me, I thought, what can I do? How can I really push myself? What is the je ne sais quoi that is going to help me, I don't know, form a different sides of my personality to, like, I don't, sort of different flavour, if you like. And I'd had a great conversation one day with Burt Bacharach, and I wish really I'd taken notes. I wasn't writing notes. I should have taken notes, you know. I should have taken some secrets away with me because it gave me a lot of secrets. But what I did take away was the rhythm section and the power of the rhythm section and how it makes your heart beat and the blood pulse through your veins. And so I had to do that. I had to take the classic songs that Albert and I were doing and infuse it with something. And so we did. And it was Albert's suggestion, actually. And again, he saw them on television. So Albert's watching far too much telly, but it's really serving him well. We wrote the songs over 3 weeks in total. Don't Forsake Me was the first song that we wrote the night before the Grammys. And Albert's wife was giving me fashion advice. I took in a few dresses, and she commented on the fact that she liked the fact I always covered my knees. Very, very classy, she said. So we went there and we wrote that the first night, and then I kept going backwards and forwards to Spain, and in total it was 3 weeks. And I remember being in Albert's house in Spain and asking him to open the doors to let the angels in. You know, if ever there was a moment where it wasn't coming easy, I said, open the doors, let the angels in, then we'll have some help. And it was just probably one of the most easiest, most prolific experiences of my life. I don't know why, but it just was flowing really easily, and we were laughing and watching movies and telling each other stories and collaborating in the true sense of the words. There's a huge science behind making records that would really blow or burst a bubble in the balloon of illusions for viewers and listeners of this. That being said, there is a very key part of the process that is called the mix. So you make all this fantastic music and arrangement, and you have to go mix it. Now, if you really want to know the power of mixing, you go and listen to a version of the Supremes' You Keep Me Hanging On, the original, and then you go and listen to a remix and notice how it just doesn't cut the mustard. The remix, the way the instruments are placed, if the tambourine is louder than the bass, it sounds more live. If the tambourine's in the back, it's just not so danceable. So for me, I was very patient in not sort of throwing my weight around on the first record during the mix. I had to learn a lot. I had to watch and listen and take everything in. And so on this record, it was so much more easier for me to execute the vision that I had in my mind, along with Albert, how to make this fresh and not overcomplicated, and, you know, not having the guitar really quiet in the back with reverb, having it really up front and quite simple, made all the difference, I think, for my placement and how you have a sonic experience when you listen to the record, I hope. That was Albert. I had a really amazing compliment last week about the record. Somebody said it was just before the Beatles. That's the era in which this record belongs to. And I immediately phoned Albert because that's what he wanted. I'm not going to lie to you, you know. That's what he wanted, this freshness, this innocence. So I can't really take credit for that, you know. It was like a happy accident on my behalf, but I'm sure Albert had that sentiment in mind about making it fresh, making it brief, making it, I don't know, an enjoyable experience from song to song.